St Gallen, situated south of Lake Constance in the northeast part of Switzerland. And we are going to be focusing on the Ice Sports Centre for the game between Scotland and Switzerland. So, packed crowd this evening. As we take a look at the teams. So for Scotland, it's Lauren Gray at lead. Second player is Vicky Adams. Third player is Anna Sloan. And the familiar face of Eve Muirhead at skip. So Marlene Albrecht at lead. Esther Nunch-Wanderer at second. Manuela Siegrist at third. And Silvana Tirenzoni at skip. So let's take a look at the standings. Both Switzerland and Scotland already qualified for the semi-finals. So this is just all about bragging rights really, this game. A lot of teams on 2 wins at the bottom of the table, still with a chance of making the World Championship positions. But elsewhere, Czech Republic facing Sweden, Germany take on Turkey, Hungary face Russia, Italy take on Denmark, and our feature game is between Scotland and Switzerland. So once again, I'm joined by Rona Howie for this matchup. And so Rona, coming into this, doesn't really mean too much this game for either side. How do you think the teams will approach it?
Yeah, I think both teams will approach it the way they've approached every other game this week. They've both qualified, they're both just on 1 loss, but they're likely to meet each other again at some point through the playoff stages. So it's really important that they do take this game just as seriously as every other one and learn about their opposition.
Yeah, do you think we'll see Scotland try and utilise that hammer straight off the bat?
Yes, definitely. They've done it, you know, every other game this week. You know, they've gone from it for the first end, so they've got last stone, put up the corner guards and try for 2 straight away.
Yeah, so that just pretty much shows the confidence of this young Scottish side, not worrying about that stone that's in the forefoot area.
Yeah, not at all. It's not going to do them any harm at the moment, so just put up the corner guard and try and put Switzerland under a bit of pressure.
Marlene Albrecht. Just covers the yellow, protects the correct side though.
Yeah, it means Scotland aren't able to remove that stone and row behind their corner.
So this is Lauren Gray in the lead on Team Scotland. Formerly 5th player to Eve Muirhead, but now playing lead position. All of Team Scotland are full-time curlers. Esther Nunch-Wanderer quite calmly taking the red out of play, but would have liked to have hung around.
Scotland have got the opportunity to get that roll behind their corner guards. And 28-year-old Vicky Adams trying to remove this yellow Swiss counter and roll behind the corner. She just hits it on the nose. So Switzerland just hit and roll away from the guard, so it's further for Scotland to roll. So now Scotland will ignore that.
So there you see the rules of play for the round robin. 6 ends minimum, 38 minutes thinking time, and 1 60-second time out. So Vicky's second stone, they're deciding to draw around the corner guards and try and generate a 2 at this end. You can hear the communication from the front end, just telling the skip where they expect the stone to end up. Yeah, they swept that one well. It's not as far back as I would have liked, but it's still enough to be that second counter that they require. So 27-year-old Manuela Siegrist. So they're just trying to go round behind the Scottish stone here. Don't know if she's got the weight to get past. Oh, sneaks past. A great sweep by the front end. Scotland still be able to see half or more of that, so you can just tap it back. Yeah, they're calling barrier weight though, so they must be able to see quite a lot of the stone. First look at Anna Sloan. Sweeping this one hard to hold the line. Oh, just catches their own. Well, wasn't what they were after, but there's no real danger for Scotland yet. No, the centre's still wide open, so Eve won't be worried at the moment. So Switzerland just calling to draw another one in behind these corner guards, but they need to watch they don't bring it too deep to give Scotland something to freeze on. They've played that nicely. Yeah, just looking to come down, catch around 3/4 of the red, of the yellow with the red, and roll the shooting stone across to the other yellow. Nice shot from Anna, made up for her error with her first.
Yeah, that's a great result. Best she could have really done there. Facing 3 Swiss counters.
I just couldn't see half. Normal. Good.
Silvana Tiranzoni, 38-year-old. Will represent Switzerland at the Olympic Games. Maybe somewhat of a surprise, that team qualifying for the Olympics, but had a really hot Swiss trials.
Yes, they did. Silvana Tiranzoni and her team have really struggled to win the Swiss Championship over the years. They've always been there or thereabouts, and the Swiss have had 2 teams recently, Elena Patz and Bina Felcher, that have been to Worlds and won the world title. So they've had a very strong field coming out of Switzerland. So I think for the Olympic qualifier this year, it could have been any of them. And Tiranzoni and her team went through undefeated, so absolutely proved that they were the team on form.
Okay, where's the weight? Right here, guys. What weights?
So Eve Muirhead.
Vicky, you need to swing it a lot. Heads up.
This line looks really big.
I want to
And
just
weight.
freeze that back one, but it's... The weight wasn't bad at all, but just the line was high.
Yeah, although Switzerland will play the takeout in this, there's no real danger, there's no guards out front that's going to pose any challenges to Scotland.
Yeah, they'll just be annoyed that they'll be forced to take their 1 rather than get their 2, but it's only the first end. Plenty time to go. Played that nicely.
Yeah, no opportunity to try and bring that red into play on the left-hand side, as you can see. It'll just be a straightforward nose hit for a single point. So final stone for Scotland's Eve Muirhead, needing to play the hit and stay. No, they're working this one. Well swept, well played, and it's a score of 1 to Scotland in the first end.
Nein, wenn sie eine macht, dann sowieso gehen.
Fragst auch, wenn es Top 4 ist. Nee, das können wir jetzt im zweiten Rang rausnehmen. Also wir müssen
underway in the second end.
Off then, off, right, off, off.
8-9.
Off then. 7-8.
We are trying.
No. It's starting to curl a wee
It's
bit
going to be
now.
back 4.
Okay.
Throwing this one just
Okay.
See, Lauren.
back of the tee.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Switzerland just ignoring that one of Scotland's back tee. They're going to put up their corner guard.
Yep, nog niet lager, nog niet lager. Ja, extreem.
So let's take a look at Czech Republic versus Sweden. Sweden sitting one in behind the corner guard, and Anna Hasselberg with the last stone, looking to hit the paint.
Three. Line's good. Vicky.
3. Halfway 3.
Yeah, go Vicky.
Yeah, I think the sweepers are happy with this. They're just keeping it clean all the way down.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on, go.
Yeah, it's a score of 2 for Sweden.
Last year's notes we had that score.
Hungary
Yeah,
versus Russia. And you see Anna Sidorova trying to just come to the back red. Has an opportunity to score 2. Well, that's a story of the week for Anna Sidorova. Hits and runs out and only scores a single.
So Switzerland have just removed the Scottish counter from the centre and rolled over behind their corner guard.
Going down this way, mine moved big.
But it is quite far back. Scotland just choosing to tap it back.
So just take out on that yellow stone.
I'm glad.
Perfect.
I'm bored. Yep.
There's not too much at stake in this game. It will be pretty hard for the guys to stay focused.
Yeah, well, but you know, it's one of these games that, as I say, the likelihood of them playing each other through playoff stages is fairly high. So it's always good to see how your opposition are going to play under pressure. Although the two teams, you know, they play in tour a lot, so they do know each other. But as you say, it's hard to get motivated when you have qualified, and really the result of this isn't going to change probably your placings.
So they're just trading, removing each other's stones. That roll has probably covered most of the stone.
I'm kind of surprised that Switzerland, you know, they have the guards for cover, that they're not going for a draw top tee just to force an error from Scotland. They are wanting to try and build a 2 here with the hammer, but they're quite happy just to chase the stone back ring.
Yeah, now the play is round the centre. That's exactly where Scotland want it.
There's Glenn Howard, coach for Team Scotland, looking very pensive.
Scotland just electing to come right to this Yellowstone.
Good, nice weight. That's it. Good back. Yeah, that's fine. All right. I know. I think when you're like that, I like just keeping the weight. See, Anna felt that way. She should never feed me to Barry because even if we peeled that out. Okay, strasshot sporen, oder?
So now Switzerland have chosen to try and create something by coming round the guard. Sweepers are happy with the weight. It's all about the line now.
So passing the guard with quite a bit of room. Well, nice draw in behind, but that centre guard's fairly long. I expect you should be able to come around it with a bit of weight and push it through.
I thought they might have been tempted to come round their corner because it was a closer guard to the house, but that centre guard is quite long. Gives Scotland the opportunity though to tap back and lie two. So working this one hard. Ideally they want to miss. Yep, they missed the back one and get a wee roll.
Yeah, so we're going to take our first look at Italy versus Denmark. And this is Madeleine Dupont with her final rock. Drawing against Redstone in the 8 foot. Well, the sweepers done enough to drag this one into the 4. No, they haven't. It was actually a draw for 2. So, only the single for Denmark.
So Switzerland removed the Scottish counter and just rolled slightly behind the guard.
There's Jerry Adam, the coach for Switzerland.
So they know this path. They've just come down it a couple of stones ago. Just a tap back weight.
This one's bringing the hand on the centre line.
Becky! Becky! Hard! Hard, Becky!
Here it comes now.
Hard!
Just not enough though.
Yeah, it doesn't hang around.
Okay, it's a good weight.
So an opportunity now, Kenny, for Switzerland to try and come in top tee. They've got last stone and they can lie two now.
Yeah, I can't really afford to go right back to the red. All Scotland would then do is just freeze it and then you're forced into your 1.
Du hast stehen, mach mal gut.
sweepers are saying it's back line weight, so it's a wee bit heavier than she'd wanted to play.
Well, they do draw to the back one. And do Scotland just play the freeze, or they want to just try and pick it out? But I think the easiest shot is just to come along and freezing it.
Yeah, if Scotland come right back onto it, there's no way Switzerland can generate a 2.
Similar to what it's been, eh? Yeah. I think just a foot on from what it's normally, eh? Yeah.
Okay, where's the weight? Line's
Way
really good.
Way only!
Yeah,
Lots of communication.
Close line, yes. Hard line. All the way
Need this one to be right back on the yellow.
hard line. Right up to it. Go, 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 go. Whoa. Good. Okay, good. Good evening.
Well, I think there's a chance for making 2. Can they come down, just battering weight, push that red to the side and set 2 yellow counters?
Yeah, it certainly looks possible because the guard is so long. But looking like from the ice she's taking, she is just going to draw up to it.
Well, have they got the weight to
One of
push
these
this red
ones,
through?
if the line's good and you can sweep it early to hold it for the tap back. She's certainly looking as though the line's good.
Yeah, just a little bit light. But played it safe, scored a single point and ties the game. That's Switzerland 1, Scotland 1 after 2 ends.
Never before in the history of the World Men's Curling Championship has the stage been so spectacular and the backdrop so electric. A never-before opportunity to watch the best of the best on ice and soak up everything else you love about Las Vegas, including the first ever 9-day pool party. Reserve your place in history now at LasVegasCurling.rocks. Las Vegas 2018, your curling oasis awaits.
Third end of this coverage of the round-robin game between Scotland and Switzerland here in St. Gallen, Switzerland, for the European Curling Championships. Game all tied. Scotland got that last stone advantage.
Switzerland put up the centre guard, and now Scotland put up the corner. So they'll try and draw around this centre guard now. But I think it's come up rather light, so they'll just leave it as another centre guard.
Yeah, so double centre. And Scotland will just fire around this.
And that's really where Kenny Switzerland had to get that counter round. Eve's got a corner guard that she can keep for later, but she's now getting the opportunity to get round the centre first. Great shot.
Yeah, now Switzerland have got to go chase Scotland. You see, just about fully buried that red stone.
Looking a lot wider coming down the line. Just about draw behind it.
Yeah, there is quite a nice finish on the ice. Just maybe just a little bit heavy.
So a bit of discussion whether to come in on top of their own or draw to the other side. So the decision is to draw the other side behind their corner, which is probably a good way to keep the separation between their stones.
Well, this one looks a little bit heavy.
It's looking a wee, she wants to try and be top tee if possible.
Well, does drift back at the tee. But we'll take a look at Italy versus Denmark. Denmark in the lead. This is Diana Gaspari for Italy. Trying a nose hit out wide. Yep, takes the yellow away and scores 2. So they now lead by 2 shots to 1. So Czech Republic, Anna Kubiskova trying to draw with a final stone to score 2, already sitting 1 on the button. I think that one's just a little bit light, and the line isn't great either. Just letting it pull up. It's only going to be a single point for the Czech Republic. They now trail 2-1.
So Switzerland tried to draw around and came up short. So it's given Scotland the opportunity to bring that other counter in. Either nick off their own or come back to the yellow. Yeah, that's a great shot, good weight.
Yeah, probably would have liked to maybe move that yellow, but they're looking in great shape. you're Switzerland, you're looking rather up against it.
Certainly got plenty cover out the front. Switzerland are making it difficult for themselves to get round.
Well,
good effort.
Really good effort. Does it get down in for second? I don't think so. But we'll take a look at Germany taking on Turkey. And Daniela Jensch. It's her final stone. So just needing to throw a second shot in. Sweepers just keeping this one clean. This one's going to pull up on the button. A score of 2, and they also take the lead 2-1 after 2 ends.
What if we go here? Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Moving that half a stone is pretty nice.
I do, yeah, it was my first call.
I like it.
Is it same speed down here? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought I was maybe a fraction back.
You were 14.3 for that. 14.35.
And I thought I just edged it back a bit and it maybe ran up
13.35.
Whoopsie. 13.35, I think she meant. Surely that wasn't.
So you see the time clocks there, 29 minutes for Scotland and 30 for Switzerland. So long they have to play their 10 ends, it's thinking time.
Playing then.
Yeah. Top 8, Anna.
Little for line. Line's good, so.
Line's
really good.
So they had a debate quite well about the best place to put this stone. And that was exactly where they wanted it.
Yeah, Scotland now line 3, all in line. If you're Switzerland, you're really up against it now.
That's okay. Anna will keep you right. Good job. Well called.
Was meinst du? Hä? Das nicht immer zuerst da ein bisschen lösen. Der Ball war nicht da.
There's the overhead.
Nichts, oder? Weil nachher haben wir nichts, wenn man den nicht... Ja.
Doesn't really paint a great picture for Switzerland.
Ja, ein bisschen stossen. So, aber ja. So gerade wie möglich einfach.
If you were out there, Rona, what would you be doing?
Following a helicopter. No, I think they've got to look, even if they can get in for a second shot here. Just the way the yellow's just touching the red, it's very difficult to tap that up. They're looking at the tap up, but I think even if they come round to the back 4 foot and freeze on the red, you know, they'll lie second shot. And okay, Scotland can follow that, but at least it would be a yellow in there.
Ja, genau. Du hast den. Sie ist gut? Ja, das ist gut.
When you look at that, you know, it's Switzerland that have put these guards out the front.
Still mehr vor.
So they're looking to come in the same way that Manuela came in with her first one, but this is looking tight of line.
Yep. Oh. Yep. Aufspritzen.
Well, they never really swept it at all.
Okay.
It was just tight of line from the word go, so...
Mind you, but to that and spill it here and get rid of that. So
I still think the rig shot is to come round and sit in the back red, back of the forefoot.
Yeah, with this shot, what are you guarding? That's,
I know,
you know,
but then
Because you've got to
ideally I
look
like
what
getting
you're
rid of that,
leaving
but
them.
we're always spilling that here.
Because the way the angle in these yellows is,
What can she do?
it's
All she can do is
unlikely
kinda
to
get
be
know
first or second
and
shot.
bring it into here.
got this freeze though.
Yeah, I know.
So what if we guard that? Because what's she doing there? She's always battering that, and that's always coming here.
Is it all
She's gonna go
guard up on this side?
Right, okay, yeah.
Because that's the danger shot.
Now you say that, like what's she doing with that?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
she's saying that, no, what she's doing, she's hitting that, and all that's doing is this one springing
Yeah, exactly. So
in
you're going to see
But it'll be
that.
open.
It's going to be open.
Okay,
Do you think?
well if she sits there with her shooter the way Vicky's
We can
front,
call time.
if she knows it's that, she sits here, and this comes in here, no?
Do you want to call time here?
If you want.
I'm just thinking that we've got two options.
I think
Okay, got
Yeah.
well, timeout in the third end. Don't think I've seen a timeout in the third end before, but it's certainly worth calling a timeout. It is a big call.
Yeah, you know that Scotland are sitting so well here
She'll be
that
close.
they don't want
'Cause
to
it's going to be spinning this way, I think. But
ruin that advantage that they've got.
okay.
They were deducting there quite well though, weighing up the two sides.
that number one.
But maybe they don't want to take the responsibility of that decision.
Play the draw.
They'll ask the coach.
No.
I don't like us playing the draw.
Okay.
Well, saying that, we go here.
I know.
What does she do?
Yeah.
But it could have free slip.
I know.
The thing is leaving her this that bad because you're always going to be able to pick her.
Yeah,
Or she comes
it is
back here,
quite
we can
bad.
draw
We're
to
not
line
going to be
two.
able to pick that if she sits right there.
This at the minute, but I don't
But
know.
we would still
So
go to
Glenn
line
Howard
two.
making his way down onto the ice.
We'd be close anyway.
I think this is a shot that's going to hurt us.
Okay.
That's what I think too. I think that one's going to stick there.
Do you think either guard up this freeze? My only worry is if she knows it's this, all this one's doing is springing in here.
Do you not think that one's going to stick?
I don't know if
she
it's
knows
coming in
it?
that
It's
far.
definitely going to come in to beat this.
Neither do I.
Okay, so do you think guard up the freeze? Well, that's what I said.
That's what we thought, but if we sit right back here,
Even here's okay.
So, what, err on the light side?
Like the miss is short.
right, okay.
Yes, even talk to her.
Yeah.
You don't want to get too deep. Get too deep, she blocks with
Yeah, but if you could sit here, it's
So we want to be in this line, really.
yeah. I think we go for here.
So is that A or is that A?
That's a touching button there. Any
There.
button.
Okay.
You could never get inside.
Because even there would be giving us
So if I give you the same
fourth
weight,
shot.
Same weight. Yeah.
Yeah, that
Okay.
would give us fourth. Okay.
I think so too. This is a
I think
tough
this is the danger side.
Could hit that yellow one. You gotta
Well, I know, but it's risky.
I think this is definitely the side
Yep,
to cover.
I like it.
And we know it.
Yeah.
Well, decision made.
There. So I want it right here.
Perfect T line.
Touching T line.
They're just going to try and draw another one in there
Touching
and make
T
it
line,
difficult for
touch the button.
Switzerland to get down and
Yes,
get a hide.
T line.
Well, Glenn
I don't
Howard,
really want
four
to give you any
times
more.
No, I'm quite
gold
happy.
medalist at the World Men's Championships, so if he's in agreement with them, they must
I'm
be a
just going
good
to make
call.
sure I'm out to you so that
Yeah.
we cover.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Very similar.
4, 3, 4. Line's good.
Line's really good.
Keep going, Vicky. 2, 3.
Just sweeping this one,
Keep going.
try and get it
Vicky.
into the forefoot. I think this is well light for work.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You see that quite often though, don't you, Rona? Teams call the timeout
Not bad.
and the shot is never made.
Yeah, you do, definitely.
Sorry.
Okay.
It's not too bad.
The only thing is, it's just kind of. It's okay.
I didn't actually think I threw that weight much different.
I got 16,
Like
25.
out there, I mean.
So you can hear Eve saying what weight she got. She will time from the hog line to a hog line. Gives her an indication of the weight, whereas the sweepers tend to time from the tee line to the hog line.
Yeah,
But it just gives that skip an extra bit of reassurance of how the ice is running. But it's certainly given Switzerland a chance now, Kenny, to get right round there.
Yeah, the miss, as they were saying, needed to be top 8 foot really. 12 foot tucking the inside edge in.
Scotland still lie 3, so it's a key shot for Switzerland to get round now and count. This is looking very wide at the moment. Gonna have to really pull that in to count.
Well, they might have done just enough to get it in for second shot.
It's given Scotland a great opportunity though to nose this or just come in side it, then she's really closing the door on Switzerland.
Yeah, there are other options. Possibly the nose and the outside yellow via the red across. The risk with that is though you might spin a yellow down into the 4 foot.
What's this? Who
The
likes
middle
what?
one
It's
would
really
prop.
close.
Okay.
I think the middle yellow may nick the red, but I think it would still spring back if she hit it with
Back
quite a
12.
higher weight.
I don't know if
Catching the guard's no disaster.
Yeah.
This is good.
But if she can catch this on the nose, it's a pretty good result. We've got last stone, so in a great position to score multiple at this end.
Clean.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Clean.
whoa!
Stay close. Easy, Matt.
She's played a nice hack weight.
Lauren. Yeah.
It's beginning to move now. A nice shot.
Great shot.
Yeah, great.
Nice shot. Great shot, Eve.
I could run it. It was
Really
like,
good.
I was like, fuck if I
Yes,
can.
but did you see her draw? It was like way out there and it came to like edge.
Certainly made it difficult now for Switzerland to get in there.
Als wir niente sowieso spielen. Ich glaube, der bewegt es null, oder? Null. Also, der muss noch mal da. Ja, weil...
So while they decide what to do, we'll take a look at Italy-Denmark. It's Italy who lead. And this is Madeleine Dupont
Time out.
with her final stone.
The knee is in.
Needs to hit and stay for 3.
Und da drauf haust, Nasser.
And
Nasser.
makes contact with the red and rolls out. So only a 2 for Denmark, but they now lead 3-2.
Und da Nasser kommst, strömst der da rein. Vielleicht bis da.
Sweden 2-1 up on the Czech Republic.
Aber ich glaube, es ist
And
die einzige
Anna Hasselborg
Chance, da.
looks like she has a draw for 3.
Weil es geht da so fest am Schluss.
Das lässt er einfach mehr. Helt der.
Ja. Aber wenn wir jetzt da würden draufhauen, dann sind es immer noch 4.
Expect Anna to make these shots every day of the week.
Und wir selber würden da bleiben, oder? Genau.
Yeah, that one's down into the 4 foot. And a big score of 3 and a 5-1 lead after 3. Well, timeout has been called by Switzerland.
Yeah, they really are in a bit of trouble here.
Is this gonna roll in if I hit this on the nose? Is it? Is it not just gonna stick right there?
It might roll up. It's like one of those ones that, because if you hit, say, quarter,
No, we would have to hit it on the nose, otherwise this is gonna be open. Yeah.
and there's going to stay there. I think that's our shot, Lauren.
Or here.
The only thing is you threw this one.
Yeah, but it's not easy though.
No. You like the takeout?
I think so.
And which way?
You gotta throw normal.
Yeah,
At least,
normal
at least.
Yeah.
We'll make her draw. If we can just roll in a little bit, we might get a third shot or something.
At least this one is going to go.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It might.
Well, it might be better than this and this.
Maybe.
Let's try this. I think, yeah.
Well, I've decided to play the takeout on their own yellow. If you're coming down, you probably come down at maybe battering weight and just tap and spring the yellow that's on the centre line down maybe a couple of inches, or even try and get to that one just with a delicate battering weight.
Yeah, because I think if she hits this hard and is just a millimetre offline, the yellow could spring out the house if she's too heavy. So I'm surprised she's throwing as big a weight. She's aiming just to hit it on the nose.
Yeah, high risk strategy. Oh, nice shot.
She just hit it spot on. That was one of these shots. It's do or die.
Yeah, the home support happy with that. I'm not safe yet though. So Scotland, if they could come down, catch just on the nose, they might be able to pick up a bagful here.
Yep, if they can just get this dead right, catch the back red at the bottom of the picture onto the yellow, remove all 3 yellows from play. 6 is on.
So Scotland's Eve Muirhead with a final stone. This one just needs to curl. Well, just missed it. Just didn't curl enough. So only a single point for Scotland. Switzerland can count themselves very lucky. So it's now Scotland 2, Switzerland 1. So into the 4th end. It's Scotland with a 1-point advantage.
Good draw from Lauren into top of the 4-foot. And Switzerland put up the corner guard.
Okay, we're all in. 4, 5.
3, 4. Just 3.
Just let it come up. Whoa, whoa.
4, 5.
Just 3, just 3. Right off.
6. Never, never, never.
Let it curl.
We're top 8.
No,
Whoa,
no, no, no.
whoa.
No, Anna, no, Anna. No, 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 no. Okay. Okay. That's it.
Okay.
Just slides into the top 12. So rather than getting too messy, Switzerland will just try and remove that top stone.
Marlene Albrecht having a really good tournament so far.
I think it should run pretty true.
Well, Eve electing to peel this corner guard off. Vicky Adams, 89% for the tournament. Well, this is something that, going back a few years ago, Eve would have hated someone doing that against her. But now she's employing them tactics herself.
Yeah, absolutely. And Vicky's such a strong hitter. She loves these shots.
Esther, 83% for the tournament. Well, tried to run that one, just missed it.
What hand do you think?
Yeah, if you're not going to get that one behind off the forefoot, you're better to make sure the guard is going to go. So at least you open it.
Okay, this is my draw shot path, and it was a really nice weight. Okay, weight pretty nice.
Yeah.
5.
Yeah.
I think 5, 6.
Yeah.
5, 6. Love it.
Whoa, where are we? Where are we?
5, 7. 6.
So how's this one looking for line? It's past the guard by quite a big margin.
Good, Vicky.
Yeah, that's a good result there. So Switzerland are going to have to go for this again. And if they're not going to get the raise straight back, they need to make sure they peel the guard.
Well,
Lifted one out, but again has left that centre guard. So that benefits Scotland. So Anna Sloan, left-hander, her tournament accuracy of 88%. So very good tournament for Anna.
having to go for line though. Oh, this is all over the guard. Guard really wasn't in play.
She's looking a bit puzzled about that one. Just opens it up for Switzerland to hit the shot now.
seeing you. Second, there you go.
So Manuela Segri's her tournament accuracy is just 77%, so quite a bit lower than her opposition today. She's made a nice hit there, but doesn't hang around. So Scotland can now try and come back round the guard, take advantage of that.
Right, okay. I'll try and get me the same weight. Okay. I definitely put a hand on that.
Luke's heavy.
I think it's heavy.
Yeah, we're heavier this time. We're 9. Luke's really heavy. We're 9. Lauren, you have to go.
So they're saying they think it's 9, so that's just the sweepers advising
Yeah, whoa.
the skip where they think it's going to finish.
Go deep. Go deep. Yep. Hard, Lauren. Go. Go. Okay, well sweat. Okay, Anna.
So it goes back tee.
Put too much on.
So Switzerland could ignore that. They've got last stone advantage here. They could come around the guard and just
The
sit
way
top
Vicky's
4.
one came in, I think hers is straight. That number, whatever it was, 6.
Yeah, so they're just drawing another one round, but happy if it comes up to the Scottish counter.
Is someone going to make contact with the red? It is.
Just tap it back.
Yeah, first one. Just hack. Yeah, your weight's been good for these. Just the same as kind of been thrown. Yeah.
So we've just playing a hack weight to try and get a wee bit of an inside roll
Easy.
behind cover.
Easy hack. Easy.
That's pretty high percentages out of a skip. 87% and skip is, you know you're going to be at the top of the table if you're shooting them stats.
Definitely, that's a really good, consistent performance. She's got a wee bit of an inside roll there, so
That's good. Nice Eve. Good weight.
forces Switzerland. Now, if they go for the freeze, they have got last stone.
Ja, ist gut. Kannst du ganz ähnlich wie die anderen dran kommen.
Ja, wir gehen da raus, dann wäre nicht schlecht.
Genau. Ja.
So, Silvana Tiranzoni, 82%.
She's not liking this. It's looking as though it's got plenty weight on it. It's not going to take the draw. And live Scotland lying short.
Okay.
Yeah, so decision time for Scotland. Do they try and move this yellow or just come up against it?
It is a bit slower out here.
Okay. You don't like the same shot again? No.
The thing is, if she comes right up to it, it still gives Switzerland a shot to play. Whereas I think if You know, she came in top of the forefoot.
Eve,
Switzerland are going to have a very difficult shot to play to score one.
I got 12-9 on that.
Okay. Okay. What do you think? It's much slower. Give me a wee tiny bit more. Yeah. Okay, we're going to just touch forefoot.
Yeah, forefoot.
To
Okay.
make sure we're second shot, okay?
Yeah.
Just a couple foot on.
Yeah. Okay, where's the weight? Sparks! Line's really good.
Have a look, it's just going to touch.
Go for
Easy!
line. Whoa,
Just touch
whoa.
forefoot!
Line's
They're
really
just
good.
keeping this one clean.
Perfect.
Great communication from
Forefoot!
Hard, guys.
Scottish girls.
Hard, guys. Hard, guys.
They want to just be top four to block that draw in.
Come on, Vicky, go! Go, 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 go! Okay, well set.
Well set, guys.
It's a bit shorter than they wanted, but it does guard the shot stone.
Get a bit better. Bloody hell.
So it's not easy for Switzerland to
The match direct.
create a 2 out of that.
Also so kommen wir glaube nicht dran.
Nicht?
Ich glaube, da kommen wir an dem nicht vorbei.
Ah, so meinst du nicht? Ja,
Oder
eben.
wie meinst du nur den Draw so?
Nein, ich glaube, wenn müssen wir ihn so probieren, oder?
Okay, dann müssen wir glaube so zum Tappen. Ja. Müssen wir glaube von außen.
Ja.
Wenn. Ja. Hinten 8.
Ja.
Ja, nicht viel bewegen.
Genau.
Ja.
So do they play it safe and just take their one? Or do they try? It's very, very hard to put the yellow, to get it, the inside of that onto the red.
Aber jeder hat eigentlich schön.
To draw in or to raise the yellow, your shooter's going to roll out.
What they can't afford to do is come down tight to that top red guard and push the red that's top of the 8 foot down into the 4 foot area.
Ja, voll. Wenn wir ein bisschen wischen, ist der easy wie eine 8.
Because you've noticed here it takes a long time to start drawing. It hangs quite wide for a long time.
Okay, Achtung.
Savannah Tiranzoni, last stone at the 4th end.
In 8. Achtung. Nein, Marlon.
Sweepers seem happy with the weight. It's all about line.
Whoa.
They've certainly got past the top guard. Have they got an inside roll though? Oh, they have. Nice shot. Gets a single point. And score is level at 2 after 4 ends.
Also wir haben auch vorher auswählen, so ist es nicht. Ja, stimmt. Sie macht eh gar nicht.
Never before in the history of the World Men's Curling Championship has the stage been so spectacular and the backdrop so electric. A never-before opportunity to watch the best of the best on ice and soak up everything else you love about Las Vegas, including the first ever 9-day pool party. Reserve your place in history now at LasVegasCurling.rocks. Las Vegas 2018. Your curling oasis awaits.
Gut, Marlon.
I don't know, probably Switzerland because they'll be relieved, I think. Scotland had the opportunity for a big end at the 3rd end and eventually only took a 1. So Switzerland will be relieved that they're still in the game. Scotland may be a bit frustrated they're not got a bigger score. But Scotland are probably just happy to hit this end out and keep it simple and clean, build up some time again.
Yeah, so let's take a look at the Czech Republic. They're trailing Sweden by 4. And Akiba Skovart having to draw against 3 Swedish stones with her last stone. Oh, the sweepers are having to go on this one, and that one's going to pull up short. So that's going to be a steal of 3 points. And Czech Republic really struggling. And then we have Turkey trailing Germany. Distal Yildiz for Turkey, looking to try and level the score. Well, that one just didn't curl enough. And it's going to be a steal of 2 for Germany. And they now lead 4-1.
T-line, yeah. T-line.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just playing a fairly simple end here, keeping it clean and simple.
Okay, we'd like to go.
She has got an ad for sure. Yeah.
Scotland have got last stone, but happy just to blank this end.
It's not moving, it's running.
Going into the 5th end break.
Line's good, guys. Line's good. Okay, we're fine, we're fine. Well swept. Good, Vic. Well swept, guys. Okay, good.
Good, Vicky. Oh.
Bra blijven. 10 is goed. Zie je, glijdt.
Zie je, rust. Rust.
10 is goed. Schön ist
Schön ist er.
So just exchanging shots here.
Normal.
Clean.
Green lights on to
Just clean. Whoa. We're
just
good.
prove that the player released the stone before they crossed the hog line.
Whoa, we're okay.
Good, Vicky.
Yeah, well swept.
Good nose hit there.
Well called, Eve.
Well swept, that's fine.
goed. 10 is goed. 10 is goed. 10 is goed. Nog een week van Scott. Goed, schön. Schön, Manu.
Do you want normal, Eve?
Yeah, easy normal.
So Team Scotland, they've Eve, Anna and Vicky, 3 members that played together for a while. They've medalled at the last 7 European Championships.
Whoa, whoa.
Yeah. Whoa.
Whoa.
They've only one gold
good.
medal, so they'll be looking
Good, Anna, nice throw.
for another gold here.
Well swept. Nice. Good. Good, Eve. Nice.
Yeah.
This is only Switzerland's second appearance at European Championships.
Schön. Schön.
Yep, all exchanging hits well here. So left-hander Anna Sloan. Just splitting that out the rings.
Yeah, both teams just trying to save a bit of time in this 5th end.
Ja, so wie im Med. Da haben sie ein bisschen besser. Ja, genau. Genau, 70 ist super.
Hinter 4.
Yeah, so both these teams know that they'll be representing their country at the Olympic Games in February. So they'll meet again then.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll be using this just as a dry run for the Olympics.
Easy, normal.
Yeah, definitely. It's the opportunity just to work with your support staff and iron some issues that there may be out over the next couple of months.
Go then. Go.
Clean. Normal. It's good, clean.
Good, Eve.
And it's probably a lot less pressure for these teams. They don't need to finish here in a specific place. You know, like top 6 or top 4. They don't need to. There's no pressure to do that. It is a dry run for the Olympics, so they can come out here and just concentrate on performance.
A nice controlled takeout from Silvana Tiranzoni. So final stone of the 5th end. Scotland's Eve Muirhead looking to hit and run, blank this end, retain last stone advantage. Not saying a lot. Well,
that wasn't the plan.
Big miss from Scotland. And Eve Muirhead less than impressed with that one. So at the 5th end break, it's now Switzerland 3, Scotland 2.
Wir sind 2 Doppelgaben zum Stehen. Ja, sag's.
Third end, and this is Silvana Tiranzoni with her final rock. Just trying to wriggle that Yellowstone into the 4-foot. Puts it in for shot. And Scotland's Eve Muirhead with her last stone, trying to score multiple points. Just caught this one a little thick and only picked up a single. Fourth end. Scotland sitting one back of the 4-foot. Silvana Tiranzoni just playing the heavy draw to the backing. And that would roll in for a single. And at the break, it's Switzerland 3, Scotland 2. Czech Republic versus Sweden. 8-1. Sweden are ahead. Anna Kubaskova going to draw for 2 in this 5th end. So 3 sweepers in at this one. Really struggling on that far end sheet. Have they made the paint? They have. And score of 2, that one now 8-3 in Sweden's favour. Turkey versus Germany. So Dilzat Yildiz, the skip. Playing against two red stones, just drawing the forefoot. The line and the weight looks to be about perfect. It is, and they would score a single point in the fifth end, so they trail 4-2 at the break. So elsewhere, Hungary trail Russia 4-1. Denmark 3-2 ahead of Italy. And our feature game, it's Switzerland 3, Scotland 2.
It slows down when you don't touch it. Also das machen wir jetzt. Nein. Du hast so wenig. Nein.
Okay, ladies. Finish her off.
Yes. Okay. What number was that? I put in my last one.
So here's the stats. And you see Scotland 79%, Switzerland 85%. And the only difference between the two sides is that one stone point in the fifth end. So, we're watching women's round robin game, session number 8, Scotland versus Switzerland. Lauren Gray, the lead for Scotland, 80% in this game.
Looks like it's here.
Take your brush.
Line's really good.
Over there. Yeah, we're there. Take your brush. We're really close.
Good, Lauren. Perfect.
Nice weight. Nice weight.
Yeah. Nice weight.
Marlene Albrecht, 93% as a lead. Really, some great numbers.
That was a great shot there. So Switzerland lie well, but Scotland have got the corner guard up and putting up a second one now.
Line's good. Just line up. Line's good.
I think we're lined up.
Line's really good. Line's good. Line's perfect.
Take your brush.
Line's perfect.
We're level. Yeah, we're level.
Okay, line's good. Good, Lauren. Well spec.
Nice. Good. I'm just gonna get my jacket.
Yes, 2 corner guards on play.
Hold on.
Esther Nish, Wanderer. Hits and rolls. So Scotland taking the opportunity to utilise the corner guard and come around it.
Yep, they just need that one guard to come around to generate a 2. Vicky Adams, she's having a great game at 93%. She's top of the second players in the standings for stats, so she's definitely having a great tournament. That's a nice draw back behind. It's not fully covered, but it's a good weight.
Ihr habt nicht so viel gelernt, aber ich weiß es nicht.
So several teams here as well, Kenny, this week that their country haven't qualified for the Olympics as yet, but they are playing in an Olympic qualifying event 2 weeks' time. 2 places still available for these countries to fight it out. So that was a lovely shot there from Switzerland. They could see half the stone hit and rolled over onto the 4-foot. So Scotland don't want to ignore these now. You know, they're line 3 against. Want to try and hit this one and roll over behind the corner guard.
Well, called it early.
Yeah, it wasn't the shot that they were going for initially, but they decided to sweep for line just to try and catch the double. So they got away with that.
You would just peel this corner guard, wouldn't you?
Yes.
I'm pleased we agree on that one, Rona.
So currently, as I say, there's already some countries through to the Olympic Games. So there'll be 8 men's teams and 7 ladies teams compete in the Czech Republic. So for the ladies, China, Czech Republic, Denmark, Finland, Germany, Italy and Latvia will all fight it out for the 2 remaining places. So that was a wee bit further back than they intended to put that. So it now gives Scotland the opportunity to freeze and try and create a 2 at this end.
Does that look like a lot, Eve?
Yeah, the Olympics has really changed the face of curling right across the world.
Yep, and this year in February, 2018, we will also have the mixed doubles showcasing at the Olympics, so another discipline and medal opportunity for curling, which is great. There'll only be 8 countries compete at the mixed doubles though.
Well,
It's okay, that's fine.
Anna Sloan just throws that one in
That was 13.
back of the 8-foot. Should be able to rip everything out, catching half stone. So, Daniela Siegrist having a good game. called that on the out turn when it was an in turn shot.
Yeah, I'm quite confused by that call.
Yeah.
It was always likely to jam coming on that handle. However, give Scotland now an opportunity if they come in and freeze here.
Yeah, the line looks perfect on this.
Sweeping this hard. Yeah, great shot there.
Yeah, let's take a look at Hungary versus Russia. Russia 4-1 up. This is Balanska Trocha. Making the nose hit and scoring a single point, so they now trail Russia 4-2.
So Switzerland are getting in an unnecessary mess here, just really because they had their stones back tee, so it allowed Scotland the opportunity to come in and freeze. Tiranzone's playing some big weight at this.
Yeah, they're going to have to go for a slash. Well, jams it. Yeah, I think I quite like what Eve's just going to call here. Just play the draw up against it.
Let's go there at barrier.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not sure what one she wants because well, she asked me about her stones earlier, but
If you could ever half check the yellow, it's very, very difficult
okay, just barrier on the nose.
not to have a chance of scoring two.
Right on the nose and then
Play the double. It's an easy double for
quite risky.
Silvana Tiranzoni.
Just barrier, yeah, I'm just going barrier.
Yeah, the only thing I can think of is that because Switzerland are lying short, Eve wants to move it.
Easy. Okay, stay close. Yep.
Easy, easy.
Whoa. Yep.
It's really key where the shooter rolls to, so they don't leave a double.
Well, Anna thinks it's pretty good, but I'm not really too convinced.
Yeah, the doubles there, both reds can go. If Switzerland hit not far off where that brush is, both reds are going to go.
Okay.
Gut. Nochmal gleich schnell.
So Tiranzoni 89% for this game. She needs a good shot here to lift the two.
Well, she's managed to sit two shots, but just left a nose double for two. She knows that's not good enough. You see it once more. Jess comes down right onto the face of the first one. Need to catch around half stone.
Yeah, even a quarter, anywhere between quarter and half there, they were both going to go, and the sweepers did try and hold it the whole way. So a fairly straightforward shot here for Scotland.
Yeah, so Eve Muirhead with her last stone. Not having her best game. How's this one?
They're working it hard.
Does enough.
Oh.
Just does enough. A score of 2 to Scotland. And there's something you don't see too much, a smile from Eve.
Yeah, a couple of inches of movement and that was all she needed.
So, it's Scotland 4, Switzerland 3.
Never before in the history of the World Men's Curling Championship has the stage been so spectacular and the backdrop so electric. A never-before opportunity to watch the best of the best on ice and soak up everything else you love about Las Vegas, including the first ever 9-day pool party. Reserve your place in history now at LasVegasCurling.rocks. Las Vegas 2018, your curling oasis awaits.
So that was a good 2 generated from Scotland there, especially when Switzerland just put their stones back tee and it. Scotland played a few great freezes coming in and managed to score 2. So it shows that you don't even need guards in play. Just stone placement so important.
Yeah, a few tactical errors from Switzerland and poorly executed shots. That was probably the reason Scotland managed to get 2.
So just drawing round that centre guard, want to finish top of the forefoot.
Great shot, Lauren.
Great shot there from Lauren Gray.
Nice weight. Really nice.
So Germany versus Turkey. Germany 4-2 up. This is skip Daniela Jentsch. Looking to extend the lead. Well, had the opportunity to hit and stay 4-2, only scores a single. So 5-2, Germany now ahead of Turkey. So Italy, Denmark. And you see Denmark sitting 4. Diana Gaspari playing the shot she loves, just to draw the house.
Throw the freeze. Okay. This is a good one. That's just back button. Yeah. Similar to you.
Yeah, you don't see
down here.
Diana Gaspari missed too many draws to the house. So she picks up 1 and ties the match after 7.
great shot from Vicky Adams there. A lot of communication about the weight to make sure they swept it correctly.
That was an out to in one.
Really good.
So Scotland lie 2. It forces Switzerland now to try and clear up the front. They've got last stone. Certainly don't want to lose anything at this end, so just open up the front.
Well, that's not what the doctor ordered.
Definitely not a great result. They've left a guard and still left the 2 Scotland stones in the 4-foot. So that's a couple of times they've done that in this game, Kenny. Gone for the straight raise back and just missed it, but leave the guard. I think you've got to be committed to what shot you're going for. Either or.
I think this is good.
So Scotland in a really strong position here. They could put one half round the yellow guard, blocking the red stones.
Okay, wait, break.
Easy, don't jump on it. Whoa, Lauren. Right here.
Stay close.
Right, Anna.
Line's good.
Hard, Anna, you gotta go.
Line's really good.
No,
They
you
want to
gotta
be
go.
too short, but
You've gotta go. You gotta go.
Line's really good.
You gotta go. Go. Well swept. Good there,
Vicky.
Well swept, guys. Good job.
a wee bit shorter than they had wanted, but it's not bad there. It's
Nice.
a good result. It blocks the way into the red stones. So Switzerland just looking whether to peel both these guards off.
Okay, Mama, gut.
Yeah, looking to try and open both sides up.
Yeah, that's a good result for Switzerland. Take both guards away.
That was halfway, wasn't it?
Yeah, yours was almost. We could have got it to halfway. I think you're all there. I think you could be heavy. Line's really good.
Keep it clean.
Line's perfect.
Keep it moving.
Well, I
There's a
don't
lot
think
of
so.
communication about the weight and the line to make sure this ends up in the right place. Slightly over curling, but it still blocks the red stone at the top of the 4. Switzerland can maybe only see what, a quarter of that, Kenny?
Yeah, probably see about quarter.
Entweder genug schnell, dann gehen alle drei. Ja. Oder sonst, wenn du den nur bewegen willst, dann...
Ich glaube, es ist besser schnell, oder?
Ich glaube schnell. Okay. Aber solid nur. Ja, ist gut. Wichtig ist ja, dass du stecken zu bleiben.
Ja.
Yeah, so even if they come in here, kind of hack weight and just tap the top one back and rolled over, it opens up the way into the back red.
Jetzt haben wir wieder einen easy Wick oder irgendetwas.
Normal gehen, oder viel. Wenn du musst bleiben, dann können wir normal. Also so easy können, knapp frei. Genau. Meistens sind wir noch mal hinter der T-Line. Also was dir lieber ist.
Also 2 Drittel mit so weit sollten wir eigentlich drinnen bleiben.
Ja gut, also Gallen würde genug mit normal. Also was ist normal?
So quite a fair bit of chat there about what the best shot would be here.
Ist gut? Okay. Ich glaube es auch. Du hast den, mach mal gut.
Yeah, looking at the ice there, not too worried about taking the guard off.
Yeah. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Whoa, 9. 9, 9, 9, 9.
I think she's played too much weight coming down here. I think if she just played a tap back weight to try and keep the shooter in play.
Okay, Manu. Good spell.
Scotland got the opportunity now to come right in here.
Okay, so like 3 foot more than the last, or do you want a bit more?
Right, no line!
Line's good.
We might be 5 then! Whoa, no line! We might be 5 if we can't go! Yeah! Whoa! Just
Whoa,
go line!
line. Whoa, line.
Where is it? 6.
No.
7. 6. Right, Lauren, get ready. Yep, go Lauren!
Go, Lauren.
Hard,
Go, Lauren.
Trying to bend it now in behind cover.
Okay, well swept. Good.
Well swept, guys. Good.
That's fine.
That's fine.
Just didn't finish there.
Nice work.
Still causes Switzerland a wee bit of a problem, but
Yeah?
you can see more of that top stone now.
Also nicht nasse.
They hit this in the nose, they could actually remove both red counters.
Also,
Yeah, absolutely, Rona. Should be able to see most of this stone. That one just didn't finish.
Ist gut, dann machen wir. Genau, ich glaube so. Du hast ihn.
What, Langy? Whoa. Achtung. 13. Achtung. Tia. Whoa. Tia.
Must be close. Ah, lovely shot.
Yeah, well played. Just some poor stone placement by Scotland.
Yeah, if Anna's had just buried a wee bit more, they wouldn't have had that opportunity. The top yellow's open though, so Eve's got the opportunity to lift the double now.
Nose won't be far away actually.
Yeah, so I'm going to look to try and get rid of these two yellows.
Must be close.
Oh, have they got rid of it?
Great shot, Eve.
Just not quite.
I think they have covered the inside edge of that red though.
Mind you, I don't know if we could have passed the guard by any less.
Got past the guard. Just slightly moves towards the inside. I don't think they can see the inside edge, so
Yeah, they also need to watch who they don't jam it on the back red, because it would probably outcount the yellow.
they've also got to watch they don't catch that red guard.
Don't you tempt fate. Probably hadn't seen that. Nice weight.
Yeah, the only saving grace for Scotland with this is they've got quite a long way and a big area to hide in behind the guards. So any sort of hit and roll.
I think this will go quite big here.
First thing's the roll.
Yeah, I agree.
First things first, let's get the roll.
Do we like playing this hand? Yeah. Okay. Easy, normal.
Yeah, so
The ice
just
is good.
discussing with our sweepers there, Eve wants to make sure they get the roll with the shooter to try and force Switzerland to draw for one instead of having a shot for two.
Easy, normal. Yep.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Whoa. Normal.
Yep. Whoa, whoa.
Have they made the roll?
It's a nice weight.
Needs to take a seat.
Yeah, looks as it's going to sit down.
I think they might see all of this.
No,
Pretty good.
maybe half to three-quarters.
Middle watch.
But do Switzerland take the risk, or do they draw for one? Because they hit and roll out here, they're only getting their one anyway.
Ja, is goed.
But catch the top guard, you're losing a one.
The thing is, if you do come past that guard quite tight, they're just going to drive it back onto the red, and you're only going to get one.
She's got very little room for error here. The fact she can't see the whole stone, she's not got much room to stay in the house. So this is a very delicate shot. So she's played quite a big weight at this. And they're sweeping it now.
Well,
Oh, perfect shot. Two fantastic shots there from Tiranzoni. Just hitting them exactly right.
so score after 7, Switzerland now leading 5-4.
Up here, and remember it was going for the inside roll. And
Zo recht staan. Schau schnell, sicher vorne.
So, 8th end of this matchup between Switzerland and Scotland. This game toing and froing.
Okay, line's good.
Weights all there.
Line's good.
3, we should set 3.
It's okay. 3.
We're to your rush. Yeah, we're maybe a hair deeper.
Not too tight.
To your feet.
No, not too tight. Not too tight. We're good. Okay,
Yeah, this
Lauren,
one,
good.
corner guard from Lauren Gray is very wide.
Yeah, so maybe.
Is who's on the vorne?
It's 3.
So time clocks for this game. Scotland have got 13 minutes and Switzerland have got 12 minutes.
Okay, split.
So that's plenty time to play the 3 remaining ends.
Aber nicht genau dran. Von an. Genau dran. Ja, nachher wegen einem Abschlag. Okay, einfach lassen.
Switzerland just looking to bring this one into the house. They don't want to leave anything short now.
Yeah, they see comparisons at lead. Gray playing 86 and Alberg 93.
Halfway 3.
So Lauren Gray just putting up another corner guard.
Good, Lauren.
Good, Lauren. Nice weight.
Good, well set.
What called you?
So I think you'll see Switzerland move out to try and peel these now. We want to try and eliminate the chance of Scotland scoring more than one.
Yeah, just off of the guard.
Like, Vicky, your weight the last time ended up 7. Okay. So,
Similar then.
yeah.
I think you're all there for sure. It's
Okay,
similar.
6.
Good. Just for weight.
5, 6.
Just for weight. Line's really good.
5,
So
6.
Scotland just trying to draw one in behind this corner guard.
Yeah, please go on up. 7.
6, go Anna.
Hard, Anna.
Line's really
Come on,
good.
good, Anna.
She's looking good for line and weight here.
Nice shot.
Perfect shot.
Well, one game that has finished over on sheet A. Sweden picking up another win. 9-4 winners over Czech Republic.
So Switzerland just going to peel the corner guard.
Go ahead, Shane.
And does that nicely.
It should come off the line.
So Kenny, with that result in the Swedish game, that's highly likely that Switzerland and Scotland will meet again in the playoff.
Okay, would this like to keep this
Yeah.
moving? Easy.
Sweden guaranteed their spot as number 1 in the round robin.
Halfway. Anna. Anna.
Even if they weren't to win their last round robin game tomorrow,
Hard, Anna. Hard,
the ranking,
Hard, Anna.
Sweden get ranked above Scotland and Switzerland
Hard.
Good, Vicky.
because they've beaten both these countries in the round robin stages.
I don't know if they're straight. I don't know if the other one curls more.
Yeah, okay. Maybe.
So that guard hasn't fully covered the shot in the house. You can still see half of it.
Siegrist just playing the takeout.
Let's get the line good for this one.
So Scotland still have this corner guard that they can use to come round. There's a difference in the stats for the thirds. Anna Sloan at 73 and Manuela Siegrist at 86. So this is looking quite wide of line at the moment. Plenty running.
Well, just hangs on at the back.
Okay, Anna.
It is completely buried though, so Switzerland have to decide if they're going to go for the guard or not.
Solid. Session gone. Play field. Okay.
I think they're just going to peel the guard off.
I think you can have looked at either or, go for the shot and as long as you catch the guard if you're
Here.
not making the shot.
Here. Here. Lange squat. Pitched. Lange squat.
Okay. Got the shot stolen on the nose.
Yeah, so now Scotland are going to have to start moving these ones off the centre and try and get the roll in behind the corner.
Easy, normal.
Okay.
Let's just throw normal, actually.
Okay.
Normal. Yeah, yeah. Whoa, whoa. Yeah. Hard, Lauren.
Yeah.
Hard, Lauren. Right, get the roll, get the roll, get the roll.
Oh, that's a great shot. Hits, rolls in behind the corner guard, moves both the yellows from prey,
Really well.
and
Pistol, nice shot, Anna.
Quality.
really has set up a chance of scoring two. See, it's fully buried.
Yeah, that was a great result. I think
So, Denmark, Italy, all square. And Madeleine Dupont playing a triple with her first. She has the chances to score a few points, but throwing them away. Needs to make this one count. Yep, made that one. And two on the board for Denmark. They now lead Italy 5-3.
so. Silvana Terenzoni trying to raise the guard and the shot in the house, but just removes the guard. So great opportunity here for Scotland to score two. If they can just split the house here, no chance of a double.
Touch, full 12 foot, just touch 8 foot. Yeah. No, just number 7. I think that number 8 actually just finishes a wee bit more, but that's fine.
Just shows the importance of a great hit and roll, you know, to get behind that cover, Kenny. It was a great result from Anna.
Okay, where's the weight? Let's get this level.
Just level, it's only just level.
Level, Lauren, you
So
clean.
looking for
Lauren, you clean.
Just level.
Right here, guys.
some good separation between
Really close.
the red stones.
Just level. It looks really close. It's curling quite big. 7. It's coming right down. 4, 5.
Yeah,
good,
pretty
Eve.
perfect.
Well called, guys.
Yeah, no chance of a double of that one.
Nice shot. Go for it.
There's the stats for
Nice
skip
weight.
players. Eve Muirhead at 80,
13
Silvana Terenzoni at 88.
So Eve Muirhead, her two brothers are here this week as well, playing in the Scottish men's team. Thomas plays third for Kyle Smith, and Glenn is the alternate player. So it's a family affair this week in St Gallen. So Switzerland just need to hit this one and lie short to force Eve to hit and sit.
Well, not wanting to sweep this one. Must be a little high for line. Needs a roll. Well, are they sitting one?
I don't think so. I think Scotland still lie.
I think it's really close. I think it could be.
Yeah. Just barrier, we're going to have to roll.
Yeah. He says going to have to roll in a wee bit just to make sure it outcounts the back one.
Yeah, just one great shot from Hannah Sloan has meant Scotland have a chance of picking up 2.
I had a nice barrier up here before.
Yeah.
This should
It'll
curve.
move nice.
Yeah, I think a nice barrier, this will be good.
Yeah.
We've got a long way we can roll.
Yeah, just a wee roll my way.
So this is the last rock in the 8th end.
Okay, clean. Clean.
Hold Vicky up.
Clean. Yep. Yep.
Whoa.
Yeah. Hard.
So just keeping this one clean.
Hard. Okay, we're good. You're good. You're good. Really well swept, guys.
Yeah,
Good, Eve.
they were happy with that one pretty much all the way down. Score of 2 for Scotland. It's them who now lead
Good. Nice call.
6-5 over Switzerland.
Nice hit and roll. That was
Yeah, good. Good end.
good. Okay. We want to force her. She's going to go for a blank.
Yeah, I agree.
No other teams like us.
Siebte oder selber eine. Ich gehe meistens für selber eine. Also weißt du, hast auch mal die Chance.
Never before in the history of the World Men's Curling Championship has the stage been so spectacular and the backdrop so electric. A never-before opportunity to watch the best of the best on ice and soak up everything else you love about Las Vegas, including the first ever 9-day pool party. Reserve your place in history now at LasVegasCurling.rocks. Las Vegas 2018. Your curling oasis awaits.
Okay, wait. Halfway one.
Felt really light.
Line's
One,
good.
9th end.
Hold up.
Hard down.
Scotland playing Redstones.
Line's good.
Remember, going high.
Yeah, that's
Switzerland
fine.
the
As long as
yellow.
you get it on the centre line.
Line's good.
Wait, Anna.
Scotland leading a single point.
Go, Anna, go. Okay, that's good. Well swept, guys.
Okay.
Good.
You actually got that further
So
than
now this is where the tactics come into the game. It's the 9th end. To Switzerland, they don't really want to take a 1 here and be peels, so do they want to go for their 2 and be 1 up playing the last end? Or do they want to blank this and go into the last end 1 down with hammer?
So they have bumped this one.
Okay.
Pushed it to the tee line.
That's an easier shot, I think. She'll peel that, but that's
Even
okay.
if we go
We'll
12
still
foot.
the centre.
Even if we get in the 12 foot, that's okay too, is it?
Do you want higher than that?
Sorry?
No, I think.
Yeah, we're saying even if it slips in, it's okay.
Okay, guys, let's get it tight then. 3-4.
Yeah, with the 3 guard zone rule, you can't hit them out of play if they're short of the rings, so Switzerland just trying to open it there by nudging it across. But she has left a centre guard, so Scotland
Okay, we're
can
a
now
lot
come
more
round
this
that.
time.
Okay, we've got to be short.
Line's tight.
Right, 6.
Line's really good.
4, 5.
So just give 2 guards.
Line's perfect.
4, 5. 3, 4.
No,
3, 4.
It's got to be short, guys. It has
4,
to be short.
5.
Has to be short.
We're 4, 5. We're 4, 5.
Whoa.
Let's get the line
Go,
good then.
go,
Go, go, go, go, go.
Go, Vicky.
Hard.
Go.
Oh, slight error throwing that one into top of the 12.
Yeah. That's it. No, I don't mind it either.
That's fine.
We'll take a look at Germany against Turkey. Daniela Jentsch with her final stone. Just looking to draw in for 2 points. Nice shot onto the button, and they now lead 7-3.
coming round here at tap back weight.
Schön, sehr schön. Schön. Easy, normal, okay?
So,
Yeah. Right on the nose. Okay.
Diana Gaspari of Italy trailing Denmark 5-3. Being forced to take one down 9. Yep, makes the shot. So it's Denmark 5, Italy 4. Italy looking for that
Nice throw, Vicky. Well swept.
win to secure their spot in the playoffs.
Nice shot. Good. Fine, it curls nice. It just holds the line a wee bit that. Like it doesn't crash.
So Scotland line 2. Switzerland just looking to hit the one in the wing and roll in. And just hit it on the nose.
Huh? She was normal there.
Okay, she's same weight. So
Okay, your weight was nice, really nice, Vic. Okay, a wee bit more than last.
No, not just now. We're good. Clean. Clean, yep. Whoa. We're good, we're really good. Nice. Well swept.
So Scotland just coming in again on the nose to lie 2.
That's good. Good. Yeah, well swept.
You don't think there's a double on there, Kenny? That Switzerland could go to remove both out of play at once? Because they're always chasing if they're Scotland lie 2.
Yeah, I think the double's pretty thin. And we have seen this with Switzerland all week. They wait for the opposing team to make a mistake rather than go out there and try and make something happen. Yeah,
so they roll half in behind the red, but Scotland can raise that red up and still lie 2.
Well, my first call was that one.
Okay, just easy, normal.
Yes. You'll be able to hold this.
Yeah.
Lauren, you try and get my shooter that way if you can.
So Anna giving Lauren instructions there that to take her shooter in towards the centre guard.
Normal. Yeah, normal. Whoa. Close, clean.
Stay close.
Clean. Yep. Whoa.
Whoa.
Yep.
Whoa.
Yep.
Go, Eve. Go.
Nice shot.
Well, didn't want it behind T, but there is good separation between the stones. And there's another game that is finished. Russia winners over Hungary, 8-3. So Russia just staying alive. How's this one looking? This one looks pretty heavy, Rona.
Yeah, it does. They were trying to just ignore the 2 Scottish stones and kind of come in behind the guard at top 4, but
yeah, there's the games
Okay, this might
from
run.
session
Just
8.
don't jump on it too much.
Sweden picking up another win against the Czech Republic. See Germany there. They're also up on Turkey. This is what it means. There's Sweden, Scotland and Switzerland already qualified for the semi-finals. And the other 7 teams are fighting it out for a spot.
that's a good shot there. So Scotland have now got 3 counters in the house. Switzerland don't want to be forced to take a 1 at this end. So they're really going to have to try and generate a 2 now. So looking at those standings there, Kenny, Italy, certainly it's in their own hands to get through to the semi-finals. They play Sweden in the last round robin game tomorrow, so table toppers Sweden. That's a great draw around there from Switzerland. I think Eve can still see some of it though. That guard's so long it's difficult to hide behind it.
Yeah, you can see it's just showing a quarter stone on the outside edge.
I know, I think that ice is good. I think that's minimum. That should be good.
I think that's close.
Okay.
We'll be able to hold it.
Yeah, you will, yeah.
This one's beginning to move, have to get it past the guard. Oh, they're past the guard.
She's a wee bit lighter than she meant to play. She was going for a hack weight, so just a wee bit lighter. And
just a hair down from mine, I think.
Okay.
but the lie shot.
Yeah, this one got right to the face of the yellow. We're looking to try and push it through the gap. Still sitting short though.
Yeah, and it's half buried.
De man hier is in beide normaal gelaufen.
Genau, ja.
Also, schön fein, oder?
Ja, 70.
70 auf 10.
70 auf 10,
Ja.
genau.
Well,
Pressure on this.
it doesn't look as if it's got a lot of weight, to be honest, Rona. Well,
Scotland lies shot though.
yeah. The only good thing is they can't cover both sides.
Tap that onto the face of that.
I like that.
Yeah, I was thinking if that didn't roll out as much that, but it's not there anymore. No.
Tight, I think.
Okay, let's just play a 3-tap on that.
Nice.
What would our weight last time have been pretty close?
Oh no, that would
Our
have put.
weight was just easy hack.
Yeah,
last
because you
time.
just put bumped
But
it there,
I
that's
only
all.
want to bump that
Yeah, okay.
there though.
So
So
like
it's a heavy,
3 foot
heavy
less?
draw. The same as I threw for that
Yeah,
shot.
3 foot less, Steve.
That should be good.
Yeah, just looking to tap their red over a wee bit, in behind the yellow.
Yeah.
I think that'll be close. Eve.
They do have backing, they can sit on the back yellow as well.
We've got to try and bump it as close to the face of that other one as we can.
Coaching bench looking very serious.
Do you think that's maximum ice or not?
I think that's fairly close.
Do you think?
I don't want to tighten it too much. You're better catching it a wee here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very important shot this.
3 foot off that last.
Just looking to bump the red back onto the yellow at the back of the 8-foot relief. It's got to be very, very careful with this.
Yeah, it's just doesn't want to split it out, got to tap it back.
K-line?
she's happy to force Switzerland to take their one here. Scotland would be happy with that. They're sweeping hard for line here, but it looks, line's looking okay if it's got the weight.
Well,
She might have got away with this, because if she hadn't rolled the shooter over a fraction, Switzerland would have had a shot for 3. So really they've got a draw for 2 now.
Yeah, it was. I would say it was down. Quite a bit down. Yeah. It's pretty nice. Well,
it's not an easy draw for 2 though.
I think you've got to play at battering weight. Come into the yellow, push the yellow into the red.
Is it not very thin though? Can't really see the angle from there, but
Ja, höchstens so. Ja. Ist das wert? Nein. Ja, aber es ist mega schwierig zum 2 machen, oder?
thing is, Switzerland don't just want 1 here. They want to go into the 10th end up.
Okay.
Yeah, plenty of time for both sides.
Yeah, 6 minutes and 5 minutes. 3 is enough to play an end. So.
Ich habe mir noch überlegt, das Clearing, den rauszuklären. Ist nicht so schwer, so nicht auf den.
Ja. Ist wahrscheinlich der einfachste.
Ich habe gemeint, der Gel sei tiefer, dass der gar nicht geht.
Well, I'm not quite sure what they've called, Rona.
Oder geht er nicht?
No, I'm not too sure either. They were looking how they could easily get in to draw for 2, but there's not really an easy road in. The 2 coaches are talking to each other on the bench, so the Swiss coach and the Scottish coach are having a confab, so they'll have decided the right shot. It looks as though she's maybe just going to nick it out and score 2.
Yeah, just going to try and play the peel across the face. Have to get past the guard. Picks it clean. Beautiful shot. Right across the face. And Scotland give up the 2. Switzerland take the lead by 1 into the 10th end.
Sweepers held that well just to miss the back yellow.
Tenth end of this matchup between Switzerland and Scotland. Switzerland leading 7-6, but it's Scotland who have the last stone advantage.
Schön, Marlin. Gut. Schön. Wir haben nicht so mega viel Zeit, hä? Ja.
Line's curling a lot.
Line's curling a lot.
Okay, wait, what do you want us to do?
Yeah, keep going, Vicky, keep going. Keep going, Vic. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Light it. Yeah. Okay, turn it. Not too bad.
Okay.
So Scotland looking to put up their corner guards to score 2 at this end, but that one was just a wee bit on the high side.
Well, this one looks as if it's got a little bit much weight in it.
They'd be better taking it right back. They don't want to leave it just back tee to give Scotland something to freeze on.
Like right where that R is. Yeah, that's what I thought.
So Lauren Gray
We're all there.
asked for second corner, same side.
Maybe we're gonna set 3.
Right off, Anna. Just tracking. We can't touch it. Right, Anna. Let's go in. Anna.
Okay.
Yep, go Anna. Go Anna. Hard, Anna. Vicky too. Go, go, go.
So drawing around this corner guard. Need to bury it.
Okay.
Okay.
It just takes a long time to finish there. So Switzerland can see half that stone. We'll just try and remove it from play.
Beautiful slide there from the Swiss second player. Very steady out the hack. Makes contact with the red. So Germany 7-3 ahead of Turkey.
See if we can like almost overcurl.
And Yildiz, the skip for Turkey, just trying to draw. Looks like they're drawing for 2.
Right, Anna, you start. Okay.
And that's a nice shot. So they only trail by 2 now. As they head into the 10th end. It's Germany 7, Turkey 5.
So Vicky Adams trying to draw round this corner guard. Swept it the whole way.
Denmark, Italy. Denmark leading 5-4. Madeleine Dupont just needs to hit and stay for the win. If Denmark could pick up the win, they keep their chances alive. So really key shot for the whole championship this. If they don't make it, Italy would secure a place in the playoffs.
Yeah, that's fine. Just here.
So last stone from Madeleine. Oh, this one looks wide. Oh, it's a steal of 1 for Italy. And they're tied at 5-5. So extra end time.
So Scotland trying to draw around this centre guard. That's a great shot. So Switzerland just going for the freeze here, Kenny. They're not going to clear it. They put up that centre guard, so they're trying to force Scotland to 1 at the most.
T-line. Mama, Feldplatz. Okay, ist gut. Fast gehandelt. Feldplatz. Dann lass mich Feldplatz. Ja.
So Manuela Siegrist just trying to freeze this red.
Lovely shot there.
Do you like the other way?
Yeah, I like it. I think it's there.
What way do you like best from up there?
Yeah?
Okay.
Maybe just back 4 this way.
Okay, I just think we need to overcurl for that. Yeah, okay, so just fill.
Yeah, so just looking to play the out-turn draw for Anna because she's a left-handed player.
I did give that, guys.
Hard for line, Lauren! 6! Hard for line!
So on this early for line.
Hard for line! Whoa! 3.
Well,
Yep, yep.
Anna already turned her back on this one.
Yep. No.
Well, it's going to be tough for Scotland now.
Yeah, that's one of these shots that you have to err on the right side, even if she'd split that guard open to open the centre.
Yeah, Switzerland are just going to guard. Seacrest, very steady game. Draws 83%, hits 90%.
1 bis 2. 2. Zet de eerste begin baas eentje.
Is er zeker bij dir wel.
Oké, er is dit knap. Er is gelijk, maar die kan stuk.
Goed zo.
Goed zo. Schön, man. Schön.
Well, the draw still might be there.
It's quite a long guard, but Scotland decide it's time to clear that off.
This hand. Yeah.
So, Anna just struggling with her draw weight in this game.
Go, Eve, go.
That's good, Anna. Nice shot. Not bad.
Well, it's changed the angles anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, it still left 2 guards out, so if Switzerland block this right-hand side, Scotland are going to struggle to get in for 1, never mind 2. The only good thing is with the 2 guards, they're both Scotland stones, so they could use them to raise if required.
Not a lot of rotation on this stone from Silvana Taranzoni. You see it just finishing really hard at the end.
Yeah, so now Scotland have the opportunity. But I think really Eve's got to look at opening something up to give it a chance with her last stone.
Miss this one out here, just because.
Yeah, they're going to try and slash the yellow across the face, drive the red down into the house.
Spring them to make a bit of space. Right now we've got enough this winger out here. Can I see enough of it? Yeah, sort of. Like, I'll make sure and make contact with the red, so I'll leave myself that. Yeah.
Yeah, so Eve's already looking into her last shot. She's saying she can come off the winger into the button if she has to.
Not the steadiest of slides there.
Whoa!
Yeah!
Whoa! Whoa! Great shot.
Good Eve.
Oh, great shot.
Oh, what a shot.
Really good, Eve.
Good Eve, nice shot. Really good. That's
A little bit unlucky to sit the red in the open.
Nice, Eve. Really nice.
Yeah, ideally if that red could have just rolled a fraction more off behind the guard. So Switzerland have the opportunity to lie 4 and put the pressure onto Scotland.
just needing to remove the red from play. Not too worried about hanging around. No. It's going to force Scotland to play the takeout.
Yeah, just a straightforward nose hit to get their one. Great shot from Eve from her first to open it up to allow her in here with her second stone. They just never managed to get the chance of a two going in this end. So Eve Muirhead's played 81% on her hits tonight.
Yeah, so this final stone of the 10th end needs a nose hit to take this into an extra end.
Clean, 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 clean.
Yeah, they sound happy with this. Onto the nose. So single point, the game tied at 7. So we'll head into an extra end.
Good.
Nice shot.
Yeah.
Oh, and the controlling.
Yeah, exactly.
When we get the chance to come in, let's come in.
Yeah.
Make your one good. Yeah.
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 So extra end time for the matchup between Scotland and Switzerland. Switzerland with the all-important last stone.
Line's good. Yeah, not too tight, guys. Just yep, yep. Line's perfect. Hard. Okay, that's good there. That's good. That's good. That's good.
Nice, Lauren. You're fine. It's my fault.
Yeah. Mia, 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 Mia. Mia. Yep.
I'm trying to tick this shot. Is it going to go? Oh, pushes it to the back quarter.
Okay, like 6 feet off.
No, it's got to curl mile. Okay, we can just leave it curling, it's on her. Yep, you can, wait, whoa, we're good, we're getting good. Where's the way?
Okay,
Vicky, yeah, you gotta go, you gotta go. Go, Vicky! Hard, Vicky!
Just trying to drag this one onto the centre line.
Go, 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 come on, keep going. Keep going,
As we look at Germany, they're 7-5 up on Turkey. Daniela Jentsch with a chance to also keep her chances of making the playoffs alive. Just needs to remove one of the yellows. That's exactly what she's done. And they're going to be 7-6 winners over Turkey. And they pick up their third win.
Also schön gespielt war er nicht. Sitzi ohne Witz. Also das, wenn du nochmal machst.
Yeah.
Switzerland, at least they could see half of their own stone, so they can peel their own out of play. They just can't peel out their opposition's, so they managed to do that nicely. So Scotland left with one centre guard to draw behind.
Well, that picked. It picked. Get it over though. Over and up, over and
Here
up.
they
over and
think
up.
it's picked something on the ice, a wee bit of debris or dirt that's...
Okay, Vic, that picked.
Okay.
Actually finished all right for them though in the line.
Okay. Actually.
Kom er naar mijn paardje. Laat het proberen.
The only problem is for Scotland it would be such a long guard. If they did get round it, Switzerland would be able to follow them.
No, can they get rid of both of them? Nope, just missed the second one.
So Scotland get another opportunity now to come round.
Yeah, I think he's just going to throw something top of the button, top of the forefoot.
So when they go into an extra end, they get whatever time is left and their time clock is scrapped, and both teams get 4.5 minutes of thinking time to play the extra end.
Well, that one makes the button. So what will they do? Will they peel the shot or will they peel the guard?
I think the shot, because they can see part of it and the guard is quite long. So right now a shot in the 1 foot is more dangerous than the long guard. Oh. Happy to take the guard.
Okay, this is 5 each.
Yeah. I would have thought they would have been sweeping that one to try and get it past. Now it gives Scotland a chance to play a guard in a better position, covering that red stone, biting the button.
Absolutely. Because that guard was long. So if Scotland can place this guard closer to the house.
Lauren, keep it out.
Line's good.
Easy.
Still needs to be short.
Line's good. Whoa.
But
Easy, line's good.
Vicky, keep it
Line's
moving.
really good.
Vicky.
Keep it going.
Easy. Whoa. Whoa.
Line's really good, guys.
This one looks pretty tight to the house.
Whoa.
No.
Whoa.
Sit down. Good, Anna.
Okay.
So Switzerland really need to go for the guard now. Because the Scottish stone is touching the 1 foot. Just so if Scotland can keep guarding for the rest of the end, it would quite a difficult draw for Switzerland to outdraw it.
Have they made the double? Oh, they have. Nice shot.
Yeah, great result there. Still left a centre guard, which is a good position for Scotland.
Ja, schon nicht so schnell.
You can see that coming in. It just clipped over the top and out the house. Beautifully played.
I think you can go, but it felt pretty
Both
close.
red stones gone.
Line's really good. Vicky, line on,
So key here for Scotland to get right round onto that button when they've got their centre guard.
Vicky. Whoa.
7.
Well, let it work. Let it work. Right, Vicky.
I don't want to yet if I can.
Yep, go.
Hard, Vicky.
And they're just trying to drag this one down.
Go, 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 go.
Good, Anna.
Just takes a long time to finish, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Probably see half of that from the hack.
Yeah, still will be able to come down and pick this one clean.
Wonder if she'll even want to just play a tap back to try and keep the shooter out in the wing, so she has a counter there if required. This is looking tight for line.
Yeah, it's beginning to move. Well,
that's a good result though.
Yeah, caught the guard and got second prize. Spun 2 yellows in. They might prove to be the scoring shots later in the end.
I would say it's normal.
It's in a good position, as again,
Guys, you want to be right there?
Really close to the 1 foot, so we can just guard this perfectly.
Just try not to jump on it. Yeah. This side's same speed, eh? Yeah.
Okay, line's pretty good.
Skip stones now.
Okay, line's good, Vicky.
Line's good.
Line's really good. Hopper. Keep it moving. Line's really good. Keep it moving, Vicky.
Don't want this too close to the house. Maybe about 3 to 4 feet short.
Go, go, go for line. Hard, Vicky. Hard.
That's about perfect. Maybe a couple of feet shorter, but
yeah, that's pretty good. And say when you see Scotland stone on the butt or on the 1 foot, it'd be virtually impossible for Switzerland to outdraw that the way the ice is finishing there. So they'll just try and nick this out of play. I don't think she'll be able to see much of it from the hack though.
Ja,
So they're not sweeping this. Oh.
just got it past the guard.
That's a great shot. Just sweep it at the end and oh,
very tight.
Maybe another millimetre to spare, just. So it means Eve can come round the centre guard now on the other hand. There's actually a better finish coming in on it. So she could bite the edge of the 1 foot.
Okay, where's the weight? 6, 7. Okay, make it 7, guys.
Line's big.
Line's pretty good.
So Sweeper's happy with the weight just now.
This really needs to go for weight.
It'll pull big at the end. Good effort.
Yeah, she's asked the question. I think they'll be able to see around quarter of this stone at least.
Well, just.
So what can Switzerland do? Can they pick this one out for the win?
Oh, it's tight for line if they're on it. No. Yes, perfect.
Yeah, a big cheer from the crowd. Switzerland pick up 2 in the extra end and another win. Some great shooting by the skip, Silvana Tiranzoni. Switzerland 9-7 winners. So, only one game left, and that is Italy and Denmark. And Madeleine Dupont just needs to be fully 8 foot with her draw. And I don't believe this one is going to stop in time. This one has got a lot of weight in it. Is this going to be swept through? It is. That means Italy have made the playoffs. So it's going to be a 6-5 win for Italy. Denmark not managing to close out that game from a commanding position. You can see the delight on the Italians' face. Our feature game, though, is between Switzerland and Scotland, a very entertaining affair. Switzerland 9-7 winners. Sixth end. And Switzerland sitting to Eve Muirhead with her last stone, trying the double. Swoopers had to work hard on this one. Just as enough to move the second yellow and score 2. Seventh end. Scotland sitting one out wide. Silvana Tiranzoni trying hit and stay. Hits the red through the back. Hangs around and scores another 2. Ninth end. Silvana Tiranzoni looking to slash this red stone. Takes it through the port and scores another 2. The extra end. Scotland drew one round in behind that red guard. Switzerland could see enough. It was removed and they picked up the win. That's their 7th win of the week. So let's take a look at the other scores in session 8. Sweden 9-4 winners over the Czech Republic. Germany 7-6 winners over Turkey. Russia picking up a win against Hungary 8-3. And we've seen Italy 6-5 winners over Denmark. So here are the standings. So with one game to play, all the qualifiers for the semi-final are there. Sweden, Switzerland, Scotland and Italy.
Okay, Silvana, congratulations. Your 7th win of the championship. How do you keep your team motivated? So you went out to play that game and really it didn't matter whether you win or lose on the scoreboard because you would play Scotland again anyway.
Yes, no, but to play in front of such a great crowd, and it's so easy to get motivated actually.
And what would you say made the difference between yourself and the Scottish team there tonight?
Well, there wasn't a big difference actually. I think we both would have deserved to win. The Scottish played great as well. They actually had us in the third end. We were in big trouble there. But yeah, at the end we never gave up, and we had hammer in the last end, and that was the key.
So you'll obviously face Scotland again in the semi-final. Will you approach that game any differently than you did that one tonight?
I don't think so. This win was actually for the hammer, so it did mean something. So that's good. That this time we didn't have hammer, so I hope this is an advantage. And no, I think the strategy is going to be quite the same.
Well, congratulations and good luck. Thank you.
So that was winning skip Silvana Tiranzoni. A very hard-fought win over Scotland. Final score, Switzerland 9, Scotland 7. So that's it from St Gallen.